For this example, I'm going to use the area of an irregular shape. The first thing that we will need to do is be in Google Slides, and I'm going to click on Insert Shape, and then I'm going to choose the shapes that I need. Once we've drawn them, we have different types of options. If we have the shape selected and we press Alt and the left arrow, we rotate this by 15 degrees. And of course, if we use Alt and the right arrow, we rotate this by 15 degrees clockwise. If we press Alt and Shift and the left arrow, we then rotate this by 1 degree at a time. If we just use the arrow keys, we just nudge it whichever way we're going with the arrows. And if we press Control, Alt and J, this becomes smaller. And if we press Control, Alt and K, we then make the image larger. Once we have finished doing whatever it is that we've needed to do, what we then need to do is we need to duplicate the slides. We can either right click and then click on Duplicate Slides, or you can press Control and D at the same time. What we now need to do is we need to make slight changes to each different slide. I've added a pair of scissors, and I'm now going to duplicate the slide again. Okay. Shh. I'm now going to select multiple different things at the same time, because what I would like to do is I would like to arrange this or group them together. Now that they have been grouped together, if I now select one of those items, everything will move at the same time. Once we have completed all of the different slides, we can then publish this. Click once on File and then click on Publish to the Web. I'm going to tick both Start the Slideshow as well as Restart after the last slide, and then I'm going to select Publish. I'm going to select OK. I do want to publish this, and I now have a URL which I'm now going to copy. I'm going to press Ctrl and C. I have opened up another tab, and I'm going to paste that URL and press Enter. And now we can see what we have created. You will notice at the moment that there's a long gap between each of the different slides. You can press the arrow key and it will go a lot quicker. But what we can do is we can go and edit this. If we look at this long URL, which I'm now going to copy, and I have pasted this in my stop motion animation, at the moment you can see that the delay is in milliseconds of 3000, which is very long. So I'm going to make that 500. If I now select this again and I copy this, and I now paste this back in the same browser, you'll notice that this now happens a lot quicker. Of course, we can do some other little tricks as well, because there's going to be important places where we would like it to stop for longer. So I'm going to go back to my original animation, and I'm going to duplicate certain slides. And what will now happen is at that point, where it is at the final answer, and perhaps at other places along the way, I'm also going to say that we need to duplicate those slides as well. So what will now happen is it will now take slightly longer at those specific places. So as you can see, when we get to the last slide, it stays there for longer because we have duplicated that slide more than once. Of course, once you've finished, you can make this into a QR code, you could use it as a hyperlink, or you can even make it into a video itself.